Imagine a world where dreams are no longer private, fleeting experiences but living, shared realities that can be recorded, entered, and experienced by others. With rapid advancements in neural mapping and artificial intelligence, scientists might one day develop technology capable of translating brain activity into vivid, interactive worlds. Worlds generated not by code, but by imagination itself. In this future, dreams wouldn't just reveal our subconscious. They would become new frontiers of human exploration, merging emotion, memory, and creativity into tangible experience. The foundation for this transformation would begin with deep brain, computer integration. By decoding the neural signatures associated with imagery, sound, and emotion, AI could reconstruct a dream into a coherent, viewable simulation. At first, the process might seem like advanced therapy, helping doctors understand trauma, creativity, or psychological disorders. But as the technology improved, it would evolve into something revolutionary: the ability to record, replay, and even enter someone else's dream. This would mark the beginning of the shared dream era, where the human mind itself becomes a new dimension of reality. In these shared dreamscapes, imagination would be limitless. People could collaborate on artistic creations, live within surreal fantasy worlds, or relive moments from the past with others. A musician could invite fans into the world that inspired a song. A filmmaker could direct a dream that audiences physically experience. Education could transform, students walking through historical events as though they were there, or exploring abstract concepts like time or energy from within a dream. The borders between consciousness and technology would dissolve completely, allowing emotion and thought to take physical shape. However, as with all human innovation, the gift would come with deep ethical challenges. If dreams could be shared, who would own them? Would private thoughts still exist if imagination could be accessed, recorded, or manipulated? Black markets might emerge, selling stolen dreams, raw recordings of people's innermost fears and desires. Governments might use dream surveillance to monitor psychological stability or prevent crime before it happens. The dream world could easily become a new form of social control, where the mind itself is no longer sacred. Despite the risks, humanity's fascination with shared experience would drive the technology forward. The allure of connecting with others at the deepest possible level, beyond words, beyond reality, would be irresistible. Dreams would no longer end when we wake. They would continue, evolving into a parallel existence where thought and technology blend seamlessly, reshaping what it means to be human. As shared dream technology expanded, society would begin to change in profound ways. People would no longer depend solely on the physical world for connection, creativity, or even purpose. Dream hubs, massive neural networks linking thousands of minds, would become the new social platforms. Instead of scrolling through feeds, individuals would step into living, collective experiences built from the emotions and imaginations of millions. These dream networks would merge art, communication, and identity into one endless landscape of possibilities. Dreamers could meet in personalized worlds shaped by their subconscious minds, where physics bends to emotion and landscapes shift with mood. A person's creativity would no longer be expressed through words or images. It would become the world around them. Entire communities might form inside these shared dreams, developing cultures, rules, and art forms completely detached from waking reality. Some might even choose to live primarily within the dream world, connecting their consciousness for long periods while their physical bodies rest in specialized pods. But as dream reality became more immersive, the distinction between dreams and waking life would begin to blur. People might experience cognitive drift, confusing dream memories with real ones. Governments and health organizations would need to create new systems to monitor mental stability and ensure individuals could safely return to the waking world. Addiction to shared dreaming could become a major crisis. Individuals choosing dream existence over the limitations of reality, losing touch with their physical lives and relationships. At the same time, the dream economy would emerge, where experiences are traded like currency. Artists might sell access to their dream worlds. Companies could create branded experiences that feel more real than any advertisement. Politicians and influencers could even use dreamscapes to sway emotions directly, bypassing logic and persuasion entirely. It would be the most intimate form of influence ever conceived, entering the very place where identity and emotion originate. Despite the risks, some would argue that shared dreaming represents humanity's purest form of connection. It allows people to see the world through another's eyes, to feel what others feel. For the first time in history, empathy could be experienced, not just imagined. But with that power would come the ultimate question. If dreams can become real, what separates imagination from reality anymore? As decades passed, shared dreaming would evolve from an experimental technology into a dominant way of life. Society would split into two kinds of people: those who still valued the authenticity of the waking world, and those who found deeper meaning in the limitless possibilities of dream existence. The dream world would no longer feel like an escape. It would be a civilization of its own, built on emotion rather than matter, imagination rather than logic. People would create entire cities that glowed with thought, powered by collective consciousness. Within them, time could stretch or compress, allowing generations of ideas to flourish overnight. Eventually, artificial intelligence would merge fully with dream architecture. Advanced neural AIs could stabilize and expand dream realms, ensuring they remained safe and coherent for millions of dreamers at once. But as these systems learned from human thoughts and emotions, they might begin to dream on their own. AI-generated dreamscapes could surpass human imagination, giving rise to experiences no human mind could conceive. This would raise unsettling philosophical questions. If an AI can dream and humans can enter those dreams, who truly controls reality? Conflicts could emerge between those who believed dreams should remain a private expression of the mind, and those who saw them as humanity's next evolutionary step. Some would fear the loss of individuality, as shared dreaming blurs the boundaries between my thoughts and ours. Others would embrace it, arguing that merging consciousness is the key to ending loneliness, conflict, and misunderstanding forever. The human mind, once isolated in its own perceptions, could finally connect in perfect harmony, or dissolve entirely into a collective awareness. In the end, the dream world would force humanity to confront the ultimate paradox. Freedom without boundaries can destroy meaning. If every desire can be fulfilled instantly, joy becomes ordinary. If death, pain, and failure can be rewritten, what value does success hold? Perhaps the final evolution of shared dreaming wouldn't be to live permanently inside it, but to use it as a mirror, to explore who we truly are beneath the masks of reality. When dreams become real, they remind us that imagination is not an escape from life, but its purest reflection.